Welcome to the deep dive. We know you want insights, fast, without getting buried in information.
Exactly. So each time we take one source and really pull out the core ideas for you.
And today we've got a piece from Twisted Thoughts. It's called the SuperZweig signal, what the market is telling chiropractors right now.
Hmm. Interesting title.
Yeah. Our mission really is to figure out what a, well, a blip in the financial market might tell us about how we all act, how we make decisions, maybe especially around health.
Okay, I see the connection. So the article focuses on this SuperZweig signal. Have you heard of it?
Vaguely, but refresh my memory.
Sure. It's basically a really, really strong version of something called the Zweig breadth thrust. That's a market indicator.
Yeah.
It looks at how many stocks are going up versus going down, kind of gauges momentum.
Right, market health.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And historically, when the standard Zweig signal fires, it often means the S&P 500 is likely to see some pretty big gains. The article mentions, what was it, over 20%?
Yeah, over 20% the next year. So
Yeah.
the super version is even more intense.
Exactly. Rarer suggests even more underlying strength or conviction in the market's direction.
Okay, got it. Strong signal. But here's the part that really caught my eye. This SuperZweig signal. It apparently happened on the exact same day as some, well, frankly, worrying economic news.
Oh, like what?
Things like China-U.S. shipping traffic falling, business investment looking flat, the Chinese yuan holding steady even with all the U.S. trade debates.
Okay, yeah, those sound like headwinds.
And also signs that smaller investors, retail investors, they were apparently giving up, selling off, what they call capitulation.
Wow. So a super strong buy signal amidst all that negativity, that is a contradiction.
Right. What gives?
Well, that's the interesting part the article digs into. The market seems to be looking past the current gloom, maybe anticipating something better, or perhaps seeing strength in specific areas we're missing. And this kind of disconnect, it's not just markets, is it? I mean, often the biggest positive shifts, maybe in our own lives too, start when things feel the most, uncertain or broken.
That really makes you think.
Hmm.
How does this apply to us? Like, with health decisions?
The article makes that exact jump. Think about all the signals you might be tracking. Maybe economic stress, maybe you hear conflicting health advice everywhere, maybe just general instability.
Yeah, it's overwhelming.
Totally. And it can lead to that feeling of analysis paralysis. You get so stuck weighing options, you just don't do anything. You put off the checkup or delay starting that healthier routine.
Waiting for the perfect time, which, let's be honest, rarely comes.
Precisely. And the article's point is, just like the market didn't wait for sunny skies before signaling that super-wide surge, our bodies don't wait for perfect conditions either. Positive changes can happen right in the middle of the mess.
So the advice for chiropractors in the piece, it was about changing the message.
Yeah, shifting from just saying chiropractic is safe to more of a leadership stance, speaking directly to that patient hesitation, that paralysis.
They offered specific wording, didn't they? Something like,
We don't wait for the world to settle down before we take care of our health. We lead with alignment because the storm doesn't stop us. It reveals who we are.
that's powerful. It flips the script from waiting to acting.
It really does. It suggests action often beats endless analysis, whether you're talking stocks or your spine. That super Zweig, maybe you can see it like pent-up energy being released.
What an interesting analogy.
Just like the market can rebound unexpectedly, maybe individuals can unlock positive health shifts by acting despite the uncertainty, despite the fear. Waiting for certainty. Well, that's its own kind of risk, isn't it? You risk missing the opportunity.
So the real question for you listening is maybe, where are you stuck? Where are you waiting for the storm to pass before you take care of something important, especially your health? Is there some analysis paralysis going on?
Because the key takeaway here seems to be that breakthroughs often happen when things look the least promising. If you wait for perfect, you might wait forever and miss the chance for real positive change.
Okay, that definitely gives us something to chew on. Maybe think about one area where you feel stuck in that overthinking loop. Just one. Just one tiny step, one small action you could take right now, even with all the uncertainty swirling around. Maybe your own SuperZweig moment, that burst of positive momentum, is just waiting for you to make that first move.